Nobody told you that melanin-rich skin ages differently. Not worse, not better, differently. And most of the skincare advice flooding your feed was never built with your skin in mind. That's the gap we're closing today. Here's something most skincare videos won't say plainly. Your skin has been protecting you your whole life. That deeper melanin has been shielding you from UV damage for decades, which is exactly why so many of us don't see fine lines the way other women do. But sagging, that's a different conversation entirely, and it's one our mothers rarely had with us because their mothers rarely had it with them. Collagen loss doesn't check your skin tone before it happens. It just happens quieter, and by the time you notice it in the mirror, you're already asking what actually works. So let's talk about what actually works. Welcome back, or welcome for the first time, to Golden Melanin Luxuries. If you're new here, this is a space built for us, Black women over 50 who want real information, not recycled advice from someone who's never dealt with hyperpigmentation, uneven texture, or skin that finally started asking for a little more care. Today, we're going through 5 oils with real research behind them, each one suited to what mature melanin-rich skin actually needs. No fillers, no fluff. Let's get into it. Oil number 1, Marula oil, the morning defender. Start here, in the morning, right after you cleanse. Marula oil comes from the fruit of the marula tree, native to southern Africa, and it has quietly been part of skincare traditions across the continent long before it showed up in a glossy bottle at Sephora. Here's why it matters for us specifically. Marula oil is extraordinarily high in oleic acid and packed with antioxidants, including vitamin C and vitamin E, both of which work to defend against the oxidative stress that breaks down collagen over time. For melanin-rich skin, that antioxidant support does double duty. It helps guard against the free radical damage that leads to sagging, and it supports a more even tone, since deeper skin is more prone to visible discoloration when inflammation goes unchecked. There's also the absorption factor. Marula oil sinks in fast without leaving that heavy, greasy film some oils leave behind, which matters if you've ever avoided facial oils because you worried about looking shiny by midday. It won't clog your pores, and it plays well under makeup. To use it, warm 3 to 4 drops between your palms after cleansing while your skin is still a little damp. Press it into your face and neck rather than rubbing it in. Give it a minute to settle, then follow with your sunscreen. Every single morning, because protection only works if you show up for it daily. Give it about 4 to 6 weeks before you expect to see a real difference in firmness, but many women notice the skin feeling less tight and more supple within the first 2 weeks. Oil number 2, Baobab oil, the midday restorer. By midday, especially if you're anywhere near air conditioning or simply out running errands under the sun, your skin starts losing moisture it doesn't always get back on its own. That's where Baobab oil earns its place. Baobab oil comes from the seeds of the baobab tree, sometimes called the tree of life, and it's rich in omega fatty acids along with vitamins A, D, E, and F. What makes it especially valuable for us is its ability to improve skin elasticity from the inside out. It penetrates deeply into all 7 layers of the skin, which is rare for a plant oil, and it helps reinforce the skin's natural barrier, the very barrier that keeps moisture locked in and keeps your skin looking plump instead of deflated. For mature, melanin-rich skin, elasticity is really the whole conversation. Skin that holds moisture well tends to bounce back better, and bounce is what keeps a jawline defined and a cheek looking lifted instead of settled. Baobab also has a gentle reputation for helping calm irritation, which matters if your skin has ever reacted to harsher actives. Use it midday whenever your skin starts to feel tight or looks a little dull. 2 or 3 drops pressed into the cheeks, around the mouth, and along the neck works beautifully over makeup or bare skin. No need to remove anything first. Keep a small bottle in your bag the way you'd keep a compact, because this one is meant to be used on the go. Give it a full month of consistent midday use before you judge the results, since elasticity improvements build gradually rather than overnight. Oil number 3, rosehip seed oil, the evening rebuilder. As evening comes and your skin shifts into its natural repair mode, this is when you want an oil that does more than protect. You want one that rebuilds. Rosehip seed oil has been studied for its high concentration of vitamin A in the form of retinoic acid precursors, along with essential fatty acids and vitamin C. Together, these support collagen synthesis, which is the actual structural protein responsible for keeping skin taut. As estrogen declines with age, collagen production slows for every woman, but for Black women specifically, research suggests we may experience a steeper drop in visible firmness once that decline accelerates, even though our skin often shows fewer fine lines earlier on. Rosehip oil addresses that gap directly by feeding the skin exactly what it needs to keep manufacturing structure. It also has a quiet reputation for helping fade dark spots and post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, which so many of us deal with after a breakout, an ingrown hair, or even just years of sun exposure. That's not a small bonus. That's often the difference between skin that looks firm and skin that looks firm and even. Use it at night, after cleansing, 4 to 5 drops warmed between your palms and pressed into the face and neck. Let it absorb fully before applying moisturizer over it. Because it contains natural retinoic acid compounds, ease in with 3 nights a week at first, then build up as your skin adjusts. Most women report a noticeable brightening within 3 to 4 weeks, with firmness improvements following closer to the 8-week mark. This one rewards patience, but the patience pays off. Oil number 4, castor oil, the grandmother's secret. You already know this one. It's been sitting in the medicine cabinet since before you were born, pulled out for stomach aches, dry elbows, and every ailment your grandmother decided it could handle. What almost nobody told you is that it may be one of the most underrated firming oils you already own. Castor oil is nearly 90% ricinoic acid, a fatty acid found in almost no other natural oil in any meaningful concentration. Researchers believe ricinoic acid interacts with certain skin receptors in ways that may encourage the body's own collagen production. On top of that, castor oil is remarkably thick and forms a protective seal on the skin's surface, locking moisture in overnight so skin wakes up plumper and firmer than it went to sleep. For mature melanin-rich skin, this sealing effect is especially valuable because deeper skin tones tend to hold moisture differently than fairer skin, and a well-sealed barrier can make a visible difference in how supple the skin looks by morning. Use it 2 or 3 nights a week as the very last step in your routine. A pea-sized amount is genuinely all you need. Warm it between your palms until it thins out, then press it along the jawline and neck, anywhere gravity has started to have opinions. Let it work overnight and rinse it away with your regular cleanse in the morning. Most women start noticing a subtle lift and firmer texture around the 3-week mark, though the deeper structural benefits tend to show closer to 2 months of consistent use. Oil number 5, argan oil, the overnight finisher. Last but far from least, argan oil, sometimes called liquid gold, and for once the nickname is earned. Pressed from the kernels of the argan tree native to Morocco, this oil is rich in vitamin E and essential fatty acids, particularly linoleic and oleic acid, which support the skin's lipid barrier. A strong lipid barrier means fewer gaps for moisture to escape through, and moisture retention is directly tied to elasticity. Argan oil also carries plant sterols and polyphenols, which researchers believe may help stimulate the skin's own renewal process, encouraging fresher, firmer-looking skin over time. What makes argan oil particularly well-suited to melanin-rich skin is how well it absorbs without disrupting the skin's natural tone or leaving any gray or ashy cast, something that can happen with heavier, less refined oils. It leaves the skin looking luminous rather than greasy, which matters if you want your skin to look healthy, not just treated. Use it as your final overnight step on the nights you're not using castor oil. A few drops massaged into clean skin, focusing on the jaw, neck, and décolletage, areas that often get neglected but show aging just as clearly as the face. Let it absorb fully before bed. Give it about 6 weeks of steady use before expecting visible firming, though many women notice improved softness and glow within the first 10 days. Bringing it all together. Here's the thread that ties all 5 oils together, so you don't need to memorize a complicated routine to get this right. Light oils belong to the daytime, when your skin is defending itself against the world. Heavier oils belong to the evening, when your skin finally has the quiet it needs to rebuild. Marula in the morning, Baobab at midday, and rosehip, castor, and argan taking turns through the night. You don't need 5 new products cluttering your bathroom counter, and you certainly don't need to spend money you weren't planning to spend. Chances are at least one of these oils is already sitting in your home, maybe even in that same cabinet your grandmother kept hers in. The difference now is knowing when and how to use what you already have. Give this routine a real season, not just a week or two. Melanin-rich skin responds beautifully to consistency, and the women who see the best results are the ones who commit to the rhythm rather than chasing the fastest fix. Firmer skin isn't about buying something new every month. It's about honoring what your skin has carried you through and giving it what it actually needs, at the right hour, in the right order. If this helped you, and I genuinely hope it did, let me know in the comments which of these 5 oils you already have at home, and which one you're most excited to try. I read every single comment, and this community means more to me than you know. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Golden Melanin Luxuries. This channel exists for us, Black women over 50 who deserve skincare advice built specifically around our skin, our history, and our beauty. There's so much more coming, from skincare to style to the everyday luxuries that make this chapter of life feel exactly as rich as it should. I'll see you in the next one.